Family Worship Primer, Episode 14.
Welcome to Bridgecast, an online internet broadcast hosted at paulthompsonblog.com. In today's broadcast, Paul may give reviews of books he's been reading, interview friends, explore church history, or consider current events, all with the hope to keep the lamp of Scripture on the narrow path. Listen in as Paul considers today's topics.
Hey, in this week's episode, we're looking at the question, where is God? Now, this is a really helpful discussion. It's a deep theological position. We have this big fancy word. You may want to help instruct and give some teaching to your older children. This word omnipresent literally means present everywhere, all present. God is everywhere. There's nowhere that God is not. So the question is, where is God? And the answer, in the simplest form, God is everywhere. In Jeremiah 23, verses 23 and 24 will be of good help for you as you're examining this from the biblical vantage point of first of all, of even why we would ask such a question, and then why we would give the answer to God is everywhere based off of the question that is posed. And so use the time to help even teach your children how to formulate good questions about God, about His attributes, about what He wants from us. That's probably what I'm going to argue is among one of the greatest values of doing this Q&A, this catechism form of teaching, this rhetoric where we have a question, a formulated question with a formulated answer. And these aren't just random things that have answers that aren't attached or anchored to anything. Everything here is anchored to Scripture. And that is the most important thing that we're wanting to encourage you to instill and instruct into your children. The high and lofty view of the Bible. It's so important that our children think big about the Bible. They think impressive thoughts about the Bible. This is not just a book filled with stories. As a matter of fact, it's more than that. It's inspired. It's glorious. It's holy. It's righteous, and all that because that's based upon the character and the attribute of God. So the question, where is God? The answer is everywhere. You could ask this in several questions. Is God there? Is God over there? Is God at grandma's house? Is God at the church house? Is God in the backyard? Is God in the front yard? Is God at my friend's house? Is God in a foreign country? Is God there? So ask that kind of a question. And one thing that will help the children to do, especially as we begin talking about the attributes and the laws and the commandments of God, is that there's nowhere that they are that God is not also there. And that we want the children to understand. I want to understand that. I want that to be an increasing understanding in my theology. There is nowhere. I cannot be separated from any place that God is not. So, ask that as you're driving down the road and you drive past a bar. Is God there? Yes, God is there. Is He being praised there? That's another question. But He is there. You drive past the Mormon temple. Is God there? Yes, God is there. God is not there. He's not being praised there. He's not being worshiped there. He's not being honored there. He's not being followed there. But God is there. Where is God? God is everywhere.
Thanks for listening today. Feel free to write Paul with questions or comments related to today's topics. Helpful links can be found at the blog link related to this broadcast at paulthompsonblog.com.